Coming up on this episode of Regen Automotive, we find some bad parts, some more bad parts, we have some bad news, we go exploring, we give this Audi a drink, find a leak, and finally, do something right. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so today on the project list, we have something a little different. It's probably the newest, nicest vehicle I've worked on in here. It's a 2016 Audi Q5. It's my friend's, and unfortunately, he's having that typical 2-liter oil consumption problem. So what we're gonna do is to try to all the easy, cheap stuff before he contemplates engine rebuild, selling it, auction, whatever. So we're going to try the easy stuff first before he makes a bigger decision. What I was reading online is apparently it's the piston rings that's the issue on these. And some guys are saying they've gotten lucky by like pouring some stuff down the cylinders to free up the rings to actually seal the oil. So that's what we're going to try. The first thing we're going to do is take the spark plugs out, put Seafoam down the cylinders and let it sit. And then he was saying he's having a bit of a coolant leak. So while the Seafoam is sitting, we're going to lift up the car and see if we can find where the leak is coming from. And then we also, just for fun, bought oil separator, PCV valve they call it. So we're going to replace that as well. Fingers crossed, hopefully those cheap, easy things fixes oil consumption. Just to show you the parts we got going on. He's having a misfire issue on the highway as well. So we got some coil packs. We're going to do all the coil packs, new spark plugs, oil separator. Here's the Seafoam that we're going to put in the pistons to let sit, hopefully break up carbon on the rings. And then actually before we do all that too, I'm going to do compression test. And then we have liquid moly we're going to put in the oil when we do the oil change, again, just to try to free up if there's any carbon that's holding up those rings. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, first we're going to get the plugs out. It actually looks pretty straightforward on this thing. Just take the coil packs out and then we'll get the plugs out and we'll do a compression test to see where we're at. So we have the plugs out and a couple observations. This is the plug in the front cylinder. So that's just caked with oil and carbon. So I think that's our main cylinder that was burning, is that front cylinder. So that'd be cylinder number 1. And then like I said earlier, he's also having a misfire issue. Here's the plug on our back cylinder number 4. One, it has a bit of carbon on it, and then you can see the porcelain crack there. And actually these look like to be OEM plugs. VWAG. It's a 2016 with 112,000 K on it. So I call that a smoking gun, and I know our misfire will be fixed with new plugs. And then we got new coils just cause. So now we're gonna do a compression test, and I'm curious what our numbers are, especially on that front cylinder. Okay, so as you guys saw, we did a compression test on all 4 cylinders. Is looking good at the start. This was about 180, 190 PSI, 180, 190. And then we got down to like 110 on this one, and then back to 180, 190. So I have a borescope camera. We're gonna check all the cylinders and obviously pay special attention to that one. So let's take a look here. So if we look in cylinder number 1, if I can get it in there. There's a bit of buildup on the top of the pistons, actually. It's hard to see the walls. We'd have to rotate the engine. We can rotate the engine. I'm not too concerned about the walls. They look good enough, shiny enough. But yeah, you can see on the top of the piston there, like you see that little layer. That's carbon or oil built up from getting in the cylinder. Number 2, there's a fair amount there. Yeah, that actually is a fair amount. You can see all the speckles of carbon on the top of the cylinder. Number 3 was pretty bad. That was our one with low compression. You can see like it looks like fresh oil almost built up on the top of that cylinder. Or sorry, I keep on saying cylinder, piston. Number 4, actually, there's some, but it doesn't look nearly as bad. Like you see speckles there on the outside of the piston. But the number 3, number 2, I think were our worst ones. But that gives me hope. We're gonna fill our Seafoam, and it's submerge the whole piston. So hopefully the Seafoam breaks down all that carbon, and hopefully it's just carbon that's like sticking up the ring. So we're going to dump a bunch of Seafoam down there and let it sit for an hour or two. And then we will probably blow it out, maybe do a quick compression test, see if that changed anything. Then we'll stick the camera down there too, see if that cleaned it up. Okay, so we got our Seafoam. I'm going to start with the 2 bad cylinders. I'm going to dump probably over a quarter, probably 1/3 per cylinder, and then the last remaining amounts in the ones that weren't so bad. So we're going to dump this in, and the idea is hopefully that it kind of eats up that carbon, 1 on the top of the piston, and 2, hopefully the idea is that the carbons has a piston rings stuck. So we're hoping to free up the piston rings. Yep, it was unfortunately what we expected. So we took this dirty old cover off here, and you can see the puddle there. It was like the front or rear left of the cover. There's like kind of 2 puddles of coolant. So we went, looked at our engine. It was building up on the oil pan, and then we kind of followed the stain up. And you see on the side of the timing cover there, right there, there's that spot. And it looks like it's running down the seam of the timing cover, side of the engine, onto the oil pan, onto that cover. So my friend did some research, and it is pretty much guaranteed for the water pump to go out on these vehicles. It's just a matter of time. And that confirms that it is the water pump because it lives behind the timing cover. So it's unfortunate. We're going to try to get this oil burning issue sorted, and then we'll do the water pump at a later date. Our Seafoam was sitting in the engine for about an hour and a half. We just went for lunch and just kind of took our time. Ideally, I'd like to have it sit in there for longer, but we don't have time today. I think an hour and a half should do. So we're going to run the engine. I have the regs over the engine, so it should be interesting. I have it on video here just in case something weird happens. Run the engine. We're going to spit all that cleaner out into the regs, and then we'll check it with the camera and possibly do another compression test. So go ahead there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, actually that wasn't as dramatic as I thought. So yeah, it looks like we got some moisture on the reg there, so that's good. So yeah, well, let's take a peek and see how it looks. Maybe you can do it maybe one more time if you want to cycle it, just get all the stuff out of there. Okay, so we're looking at cylinder number 1. Definitely looks better, not perfect. The other cylinders look better, we'll see. Like you can see it kind of started breaking down, like that stuff looks, that carbon kind of looks like softer, I guess, or like gooey, like it's being broken down. Hopefully when we run it, that will just break that up and just shoot it out of the exhaust. It looks better. It's hard to tell, like it looks like that, because there's still a bit in there that'll burn off. But I wonder if like that texture is still probably carbon. But hopefully once it's hot and everything breaks and burns off, hopefully that did something. But if not, it's a $20 can of Seafoam, so it's worth a try. We're just going to put the plugs in, change the oil separator, do an oil change, and then we'll run it and see how it runs. The curiosity was killing me, so we did a quick compression test just on these back 2 cylinders because our battery was getting low. This 3rd cylinder, which initially was really low before, is like 110 psi when the rest were 180. This was about the same pressure that this back cylinder is, so like 220, 240 psi. So let's it's good news. Like I know the compression's higher because it's like there's a bit of fluid left in the cylinder, so it's like a wet compression test now. But the fact that these are both the same number, that's moving in the right direction. So well, we won't tell for sure until he drives it for a good couple thousand kilometers and see how much oil it goes through. All right, guys, that's my video on fixing this Audi Q5. Fingers crossed, we're hoping that it works. We're hopeful because that compression test turned out okay. So I'll keep you guys updated whether I do another video on this thing, short video, or I'll post in my community, whatever the way is, I guess. Yeah, anyway, fingers crossed. Hopefully we can fix this thing for next to free. If not, it's going to the auction or rebuilding the engine, thrown out, written off of insurance, whatever it is. Hopefully this fixes it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.